Hi y'all, this is Rick. Welcome to Rix-Fix, where I show you mechanical things that you can apply to yourself if you're a do-it-yourselfer like me and work on old cars and anything around the house. You probably feel pretty good about doing that until you come to the modern cars with computers. Then you feel like a complete idiot. So I'm going to show you today how to be able to diagnose your own problems, at least on the smaller things, like an oxygen sensor is what I'm going to attack today. So stay tuned and I'll show you how it's done. Hi y'all, this is our victim of choice today, the wife and I's 2003 Toyota Sequoia. It's basically our rig to pull our tent trailer around, and it's got that nice little 4.7 V8, little Flowmaster on there, little K&N drop-in filter, gives me about 2 miles per gallon better. I'll go over that one of these days. But the oxygen sensor went out on this thing. The way I found out was because of the codes. You get that dumb idiot light, the engine light comes on, and a lot of people don't know what to do with that. So today I'm going to show you what that is, the tools that I found, and I'll be able to show you to diagnose and fix your own problems. Because I know y'all can do it. Okay, what we have here is the engine lights that came on. We have the VSC off, or up in the top left, and VSC track below it, which is actually part of the vehicle stability system, which is whole nother subject, but in this case that is not the problem. The check engine light came on, and then a few seconds later those lights came on, and what that is it just disables that system for safety purposes until you fix the engine problem. So next I'll show you the tools that I'm going to use to fix this issue. So stay tuned. Hey y'all, here's some of the tools I was going to show you that I'm going to use for this job. They come in handy. I already used them to get it out to see how it was going to work. What I wanted to show you here is this swivel that comes in handy on all kinds of stuff. I already pulled it out to see if it was going to work. So that's one. You got a 12 millimeter, 14 millimeter wrench. A little small pair of channel locks, which I use on the electrical plug. Same with a little pair of pliers. And your handy dandy light. Thanks, honey, for getting me the DeWalt set for Christmas one year. And here is our lovely oxygen sensor. It's got the electrical plug on the end. You gotta make sure it's for your vehicle. I'll go over how I got this and where I found it online in another segment. The gasket here I'm not going to use in this case because the one on there is in good shape. And here is our little magic tool. This is your OB2 code reader. This one's made by Innova. It's got the later plug, 96 and newer, which all these cars have now. And we'll show you what it looks like in a bit. What's cool about that code reader is it's got a USB port, so you can plug it into your computer and download a portal and have your own online garage, and it's all free once you buy this code reader. Here's a picture of the little cover so you know what it looks like. So that's it for tools right now. Stay tuned and I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so here's our code reader. I'm going to plug it in. You have the key all the way in the on position. Under the dash here is where most of these plugs are located. Some of them are behind a panel, but they're mostly on the driver's side here in the footwell area. Takes a while to read the code. Okay, there it is. So that's the code number, P0136. You can go online and look up that number because it's kind of a generic number across the board for oxygen sensors I've found. But specific vehicles have a little bit different, so it's best to look up Toyota codes. But with this code reader, it's all built into their little portal on the computer, and I'll show you a little bit of that next. Okay, we've plugged in the code reader. It says data because it's plugged in with the USB cord that's provided with this particular model. After going through a whole bunch of trying to figure out how to get the computer to work, because you know I'm an old school guy still, finally got it. So I put in all the information and I got this report. You go on the diagnostic tab up here and that gives you all the detailed information. It tells you bank 1 sensor 2 circuit malfunction. So after doing the internet, looking all these things up, I kind of figured it out. It's the oxygen sensor on this particular model 2003 Toyota. It's got 4 of them, especially being a V8. It's got one before the cat and after the cat. This one's after the cat, bank 1 sensor 2. That's on the driver's side, and I'll show you a diagram I found online also. Estimated repairs on this thing were $413. I have to go back to the summary, it looks like. So that's what I wanted to really show you, doing it yourself. You know, it could be more, it could be less, depending on where you go, but at least you will know if you had to go in and have somebody do it, it shouldn't be more than that at the very least. But anyway, the oxygen sensor I bought was like $47, and it's supposed to be exactly like the OEM made by Denso, which is what Toyota uses according to Toyota forums. So next I'll show you a little diagram to explain where this puppy is on your vehicle. Stay tuned. Okay, here's the diagrams I've found online. It depends on how you Google it. You know, I Googled oxygen sensor for specific Toyota 2003 and you get all kinds of hits, you know. So I just started finding the ones that pertained, you know, described it the best. And I found this forum, and somebody had posted these diagrams, probably a mechanic. But anyway, that's how I figured out where it was. Bank 1 sensor 2. I highlighted it there. So on the vehicle, it's right there. After the catalytic converter on the driver's side. And then to help with the actual OEM part numbers, cross-reference, found this diagram also on another forum. The actual oxygen sensor for Toyota is $117 to $155, and I got mine for $47, and it's supposed to be the same exact one because a lot of aftermarket parts are really junky, so you gotta be careful of that. So y'all, that's it for this segment. Episode 1 of Rix-Fix. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't talk too long, but next we will be changing that puppy. So stay tuned.